Guys, welcome back to the Lone American Podcast, guys. If you haven't seen videos come out of Spain for the invasion from Moroccan illegal immigrants that has flooded their country, Spain is being terrorized as we speak right now. It's no different if you look at it the last 4 years under the Joe Biden administration, when we had open borders here in the United States of America. And we let in almost 20 million illegal immigrants in this country. The only reason we voted for Donald Trump, person like myself, was to be a mass deportation effort we never seen in this country. Now, you know that was a lie. We're not getting mass deportations like we should. So we have been flooded with immigrants as well. And all these countries are being flooded with all these illegal immigrants, these Muslim, African, brown people, Indian, just flooding these Western countries like that. I wonder why that's happening. We know our greatest ally don't love the flood country with Muslims and brown people, Indians into the Western culture, even though they know these cultures don't mix. So who is invaded and attacking Spain like they've been attacking all of Europe, UK, and United States, Canada, been flooded with all these immigrants? I wonder why. Let's take a look. This shit is crazy. What's going on? Spain is the carpet. This is crazy. The scenes from this was crazy. Anybody champion this, look at this. Mostly military men.
So
At the same time, Trump, you're not doing much to fix the mass immigrant push here in the United States. Where's the mass deportation effort you promised us in your campaign? You have basically called ICE. You basically have stand ICE down for doing any push for deportation. Because you're scared of the Democrats and leftists that might go out and act a fool. You're scared of the backlash. Now, I'm not sure if he's waiting till after the midterms, because midterms are cooked for GOP. I'm not voting ever again for GOP, and I'm definitely not ever going to go Democrat. I am American who have no political party. Both sides suck. All sides suck at this point. We need to scrap the entire government system and start over from scratch. If it was up to me, I don't know. It really shouldn't be. It's in our Constitution. It's our constitutional right. The government that's installed is not working like the people wanted to install new governments. But the people don't. We the people don't follow our own Constitution and don't know our own constitutional right. So we're stuck here with our heads in our ass or in the sand. Don't know any better. Don't want to do any better. So the Spanish state, all the flat cameras, data centers, everything's to bail to watch your asses up, and nobody says a word. Go take the vaccination, go take the jab, go take that poison, pour your food, water, dump down your kids, break up your families, dump you down radiation, spray the skies. It's all good. So Spain, basically being conquered as well, just like the UK. Just like Europe, over the beautiful countries, it's the act of war. Yeah, all those military age men come to your country, that's the act of war. I'd have had my armies on the beaches, 50 cows, it'd have been like normally, it'd have been like Omaha Beach in this motherfucker. We'd have been that bam, blasting the 50 cows. But nobody wants to talk about, look at this. This was all yesterday too. Throwing rocks, throwing shit, the violence, the grape going up. Look at this. And it's coming soon to America. Look at the fire starting and shit. Look at it.
just power down.
This all this Spain now. This is crazy.
والله العظيم ما قودوا اصلا.
Blast away. Look at this. They start fire this shit. This is what you
These
bought.
are just power.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. For people, Spain has been conquered. Europe has been conquered. America, the world basically been conquered. And I wanted to talk about this the other day. I didn't get a chance to, guys. But this is something that's gonna, with Medicare annual enrollment period is coming up in October. This is going to affect a lot of boomers. My parents, your parents, grandparents, and stuff. This Trump administration to end Medicare premium subsidy program. Now, we know prices are going. The Trump administration will end the subsidy program meant to keep premium stable for Medicare prescription drug prices after 2026. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services said on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, the agency said a review of the 2027 bid showed that insurers have gained enough experience with Medicare Part D, if you have Medicare, anybody know Medicare, the drug prescription for people 65 and older. If you don't have VA or TRICARE, stuff like that, you have to pay. Most people have Medicare Advantage programs that pay part of their Part D for drugs, prescription, especially if you don't take many drugs and stuff. They do take a lot of drugs. Part D is important for your prescription costs and drug costs for senior citizens 65 and older. Prices that plan without support from the program. We are stabilizing the market so that bailout is no longer needed. Wait, premiums will go up by less than $10 for most Medicare recipients, with many even seeing lower premiums, CMS Administrator Dr. Oz said in a post on X. Medicare Part D, which provides prescription drug coverage to millions of beneficiaries through private insurance plans, is a key component of the federal health program for older adults. Healthcare costs remain as certain for many older Americans of fixed income. Nearly 25 million people were enrolled as standalone Medicare Part D plans in 2026, according to the Health Policy Research Group. Many Medicare Part D insurers include United Health Group, Humana, and CVS Health, and Aetna. The Wall Street Journal first reported this earlier this day. So Part D, like I said, now drug prices, most senior citizens are retired, Social Security, the retirement, they're on fixed income, 65 and older. This and now the prices, if they don't maintain the prices of drugs, the prescription drug costs. Lilo, this is the United States of America. 90% of our drugs we don't formulate or create or make or we don't make here in America. Also, our drugs, most everything we make and get, especially our drugs, comes from overseas, which is sad on itself. So tariff, war, or something really killed this and raised these prices, and they took away the subsidy program that would balance that. The baby boom season is gonna be very peed over. And I can't go one blaming it off. So we got money. Hey, Trump said we got money for war. I think I got a post up there. Got money. We don't. He said, I remember. Let me go to it. He said we don't have money. We shouldn't be paying for all this stuff. We shouldn't be paying for Medicaid or welfare. We should be only paying for war. Let me see if I have that clip. Cause Trump just referred that recently just said this. The federal government shouldn't be paying for Medicaid, Medicare, welfare shit. We should be only paying for war. This is why they asked Congress for $1.2 trillion. We don't have time for this. There it is. There's the clip right here. So he basically said it himself.
Medicare, all these
we can't do it on the federal. If we kept Doge and cut the waste and fraud of spending and all these bullshit wars, we can pay through a lot of things. So no act like, we shouldn't have to be paying for Medicaid, Medicare, welfare, which I understand at some point. But at the same time, why are we have waste and fraud spending up the mega tax dollars? Why are we funding these are $100 billion now for this Iranian war and counting? $1 billion a day for this Iranian war and counting, and not counting inflation, everything else we have to pay for that. So why do we have to deal with this? And today we cracked $40 trillion in debt as a nation. Let me see the count. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up. Yeah, the bond market is going crazy, guys. Shit, by the truth. Yeah, it is. The U.S. national debt have officially surpassed $40 trillion. Give a round of hand, guys. We did it. We finally broke that $40 trillion mark, guys. Be proud of the waste, fraud, and abuse by our federal government, God. The debt that we all owe. You owe these $100,000 in this federal debt, national debt, guys. So I'm proud American to finally crack this $40 trillion of the U.S. national debt. We finally did it. What's 41 trillion? This is can't make shit up, guys. 40 trillion now. We are. And another story that's crazy. I don't know how many people are talking about it, but cyber attacks are popping up. The water stations, the cyber attacks hitting the water supplies now. Boy, and out of this, the cyber attacks are going across the country. Water supplies, the water system and stuff. They're trying to pin this so they could bring out the big toys like a nuke and shit like that. This ain't wrong. This is our own favorite allies, our greatest allies, trying to get a major false flag attack so they can justify major steps like boots on the ground, nukes and stuff all around. But this is crazy. Sleeping cyber attacks on the water systems in multiple states have U.S. officials on edge. Ooh, boy. Hackers have targeted water systems in several U.S. states in a coordinated cyber attack that have caused several utilities to issue boil water notices and switch to manual mode, taking their systems offline, said U.S. officials. It is one of the most serious cyber attacks on the water supply in the U.S. in years, according to some analysts. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the FBI, and the Environmental Protection Agency have for the last week been scrambling to try to help secure the water factories and ensure that the safety of drinking water isn't affected. No incidents of contamination have been reported. Oh, the hackers are targeting water entries of all sizes. In a warning Thursday that urges water facilities to get vulnerable infrastructure equipment offline. U.S. and state officials are treating Iran as one of the suspects behind the hack, but have not made a formal determination of who is responsible and are wary of false flag attacks. The first public signs of cyber attacks came from Minnesota authorities, who said the hackers on Sunday night and Monday morning talking about dirty water systems in that state. The likely described impact of the hackers and the truth of the water facilities were to cause loss of system pressure and to sadly possibly contamination of water supplies, said a memo to demonstration this week by the Minnesota Bureaus of Criminal Apprehensions and obtained by CNN. At a cabinet meeting Friday, President Donald Trump blamed Minnesota authorities for the hacks that caused doubt on whether Iran was involved. They like to say, oh, it's Iran, Trump's. Iran should be so lucky. Iran got bigger problems to worry about Minnesota. Well, she's right about that. It's going to hack some shit, water supply. Ain't going to be no sorry ass Minnesota. Ain't going to say it's Minnesota. It's going to be like New York, D.C., California, Florida. It's going to be some major cities. Ain't going to be out of Minnesota. Yeah, Iran, I ain't worried about no Minnesota. So, yeah, Trump is right about that. He's like, Iran got other issues to worry about Minnesota. They go do something like that, it's going to be a major city. The New York Times reported the possibility of Iran connection. The hackers are targeting internet-based programmable logic controls, the PLCs, the devices that allow machinery to communicate at water facilities and other industrial plants. The PLCs monitor water pressure, chemical doses, and other features in the water systems to ensure they are safe. The hacks are not compliant. The attackers are breaking into the PLCs that are sitting online and vulnerable. I suspect that these attackers are going to continue to look nationally across the infrastructure. And this is the same time I keep saying, we don't update our infrastructure nationally federally and everything like that. We waste some money for other shit. We don't update our roads, our infrastructure buildings, our water supply, our energy grid. When you don't put money into the nation first, you put it everywhere else, we are vulnerable all over the fucking place. Our borders and shit, our infrastructure, internet-wise, we are vulnerable across the board because we pay money, take people, skim money at the top, and take money everywhere else. That's bullshit. We shouldn't keep putting up this bullshit, but hey, and now we got to worry about our water supplies possibly being hacked. And like I said, it's not Iran, it's not China, it's not Russia, it's our own fucking people or greatest allies trying to do a false flag attack, which is bullshit. But at the same time, Spain is being conquered as we speak. We're being conquered here as well, like that. We're being hacked, and who knows, false flag attacks coming in. We have $40 trillion in debt. War with Iran is getting worse. The Ukraine-Russia war is getting worse. And what more would you need to people to wake up and realize what's going on? Guys, stock ups, prepare, train like you know better. That's all I got for you guys. Enjoy your Saturday, guys. Comment, subscribe, share the video.